price to pay. Yes, what is it?
I need to inventory all our equipment and other odds and ends for damages.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
For you. Artifact means something important. We find out what. It's a good group of people and they need my help. There isn't much else going on this week.
They are dedicated in their cause. This is rare and admirable, I think. My past is complicated. Anyone here will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
You gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. I think having goals is important. Hopefully you have a little time for fun too. Why is Constellation meaningful to you? Divert, divert, divert.
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another,
Get over some food, chat.
has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
You gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds.
Good whiskey.
All seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
Your experiences must be very different then. Must have been very different then. There's no way to know what someone else is going through. You think people need to struggle to live. How are things different for them?
Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
Yeah, you've obviously been through a lot. I'm sorry life has been hard for you. Doing so for yourself never helped anyone.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems.
I think tacos is
I grew up outside
the
the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Getting by on your own is admirable. It's not a life I choose for myself. That sounds like a terrible way to live. Why did your family insist on independence? Slurp, slurp, slurp.
It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Sam, buddy.
NP.
Cora borrowed some of my things
food.
without asking.
Taco, taco, taco.
You wanted me to tell you if it happened again.
Please.
Oh, good grief. What'd she borrow?
Okay.
Some highly pressurized hydrogen locked in a
I
refrigerating
think with
containment
Sarah
tube.
gone on vacation
Wouldn't mind
permanently,
burning some helium out in the fringe instead of...
we have to assign somebody else to our ship, right? Or we can assign somebody else to our ship. So... there's no one assigned to our ship right now. Frontier. Adoring Fan, Vasco. And, let's get Barrett. Wait, was it a bug before that we had 3 people? Interesting, I think it was. Alright.
Cora.
Yeah.
will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued trauma.
Trust me, it's...
Thank you for helping me out with the artifact.
Constellation has suffered.
Okie dokie, chant. Off we head. Talk to Keeper Akitas. Oh, he's in town. Guess that makes sense. I guess. Probably gonna go to a part of town we haven't been before.
I hope Aquila City has one.
Yeah, we've definitely not been over here before.
Diplomacy would never.
That is an ugly building. Looks like an ancient. Oh, there we go. Those textures weren't loaded in yet. They're kind of ugly.
Exactly. It's like...
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We need to talk about unity. We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos.
What?
That's, what we mean is, we think there's something in the Sanctum's teachings connected to what we've been investigating. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Oh no, he's gonna try to kill his chin.
Yes. They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Religion. I'm not sure if that is the answer. Let me move this off screen. There we go.
That first jump
That's where Terry's been.
changes you, unlocks something within you.
Oh, man, that's the way out. Close the door to the office. I have been baited.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Are they wearing swim caps? It starts with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts. We're attacked by a group called the Starborn. We found a series of temples that grant unusual powers. A series.
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
I don't need a lecture, Keeper. I need answers.
And I think I can help. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it.
What do you mean? You love
This
religion,
pilgrim
Gears?
claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's
Stanley
more.
parable? I need facts, Keeper, not bedtime fairy tales.
I understand you have doubts, but walk with me just a little bit further. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth.
No, we have to get
Then he goes
like
to
3
his final
religions or
resting
something.
place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum. his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
That's not saying, very specific. Sounds like that's so Enlightenment and Verona have other parts then. Unless the star includes a set of coordinates, we're not finding anything.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
Talking to Asverin seems like a mistake. They're dangerous.
Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the Well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the
Helping them
keeper.
off themselves?
We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, Mateo, sounds good. You have fun with Crazy Man. I was about to say same shot rolls as last night, but after that I think I need one anyways. Mr. Cat.
Another day, another shift.
That's life. Anyway. Did I go too far? I guess, okay. Yeah, the jail must be near the spaceport area, because that's where the station, the police station is. Oh wow, they cleaned everything up real quick. Real quick. We can just go to the holding cells whenever we want. Oh, she's bald.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you talked to the Keeper Aquilus about the Verun Faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
It is something, at least, that he has come to speak with you. I suspect few others would.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust.
She seems
That
stable.
is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him. Cosmic Serpent seems like a poor answer to the universe's problems.
If the Keeper has been to see you, perhaps he
I
has mentioned
admire
it?
your conviction.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows
over
this is
120.
blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
I think I understand. I have no idea what the fuck she just said. There must be more to your god than just killing. We need to know the meaning of word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
This religion arc's gonna kill me, dude. I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Did anyone understand, chat? Because I sure as fuck didn't.
You have a nice day now.
Can we speak for a moment?
Yep.
I need you to know how much it means that you came for me.
Oh, you bet I did.
There is no way to properly thank you or to repay you for what you have done. I quite literally owe you my life.
I'm so glad we were able to get you out in time. You would have done the same. I couldn't save everyone. Don't make me regret my choice.
As am I. As grateful as I am, it is hard to feel that my life does not come at too great a cost.
I have a feeling if you went to the Eye, you would have saved Sarah, but then she would have died. There's no going back. You deserve life as much as anyone else. Feeling guilty won't bring anyone back.
Thank you. I shall try to remember that.
I couldn't just let them die. I'm hoping I get a raise after this. Well, from who? Our boss is dead. Any member of Constellation would have done the same. I couldn't just let them die.
I know. We all know. Sarah's loss is a huge blow to Constellation. And to each of us.
Aha,
personally.
Agent.
But it could have been so much worse if you had not acted.
We did this to ourselves. The Starborn warned us and we didn't listen. We can't let it end like this. They're going to pay for what they've done to us. I couldn't stop it. There was nothing I could do.
I know you are grieving. We all are. But revenge should not be our primary motivation.
Okay, but like it kind of is.
Sarah's priority was always Constellation. She would not want us lashing out in revenge. She would want us to get to the bottom of all
Well,
this.
the part where you said no bugs
We
on
will
launch
press on.
should tell
we
you
will
rolling.
continue our search, and we will learn what these Starborn are trying to keep from us. Now we truly know the stakes are too high to do anything else.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there.
New Atlantis puts on a wonderful show of security, does it not? I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it.
Down to the well, where you go. Down this whiskey goes in my mouth.
Why did I feel like I just
As tracker agent, my duty is to inform and advise.
Well, they say never hire a man when a machine can do it for free. Down here.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
Yeah, I think we have to go to... I was just thinking about that, actually. As a few minutes ago. We should visit my parents while we're here. Keeper Aquila sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
We understand that you are busy, but this might be important. Anything you could tell us would be helpful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing.
If you're going to recite meetings of note, I want a coffee and donuts. You talked with this Keeper Aquilas before? Let's hear it.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying. I also hate the number 2 with fiery passion. What do they mean each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up?
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help.
Oh, I should have asked about Unity.
If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Return to Keeper Aquilas.
I don't know about that.
Boom, 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 boom. Meow, meow.
Everything good?
We're gonna have to go on a pilgrimage here, chat. Possibly of the anal variety. Tigera, speaking of anal pilgrimage. Ask and ye shall receive. Wow, this is actually Starfield, not World of Warcraft. Ha, joke never gets old. Unlike your face. Sorry, I'm angry now. We're dealing with religion in the game. Nostril flare. No, Mateo's gone.
Well, you're back. What did you learn?
So angry, my goodness.
Was
It's going
there
all right. How you
something
doing?
hidden in their
How's the
stories,
fam?
like we thought?
Told you to shoot them. I don't think you can in this game. It seems like all main characters or story characters are basically just plot armored, like literally. It's not Baldur's Gate style. The Enlightened story used the word second and two. I spoke to Varen Zealot. She said Jinin fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinite endem. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity.
Maybe
Maybe that
Bethesda thing.
points
Honestly, it's
to
a
a
common
name.
RPG thing.
If we're looking for his
It's
resting
BG3
place,
that breaks the norm doing that, not this
we
game that
need
does
to know
it.
the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Was there anything else?
Enlightened story used the word second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system?
Ad infinitum?
Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum, that's the name of the star system. Yeah, this is some fucking Harry Potter
Yes,
level
that's it.
logic leap shit.
The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
What is it, Kato?
And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity.
Unity!
Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying
That's
their
laughing at his own joke.
philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Something sacred out there, bringing everything together. It's just a word, and I need to take responsibility for finding it. Just pray. Not pray. Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested.
And once you know, what will you do? Even the most
I don't
objective
take it.
scientist holds a belief that observation
Unless they're really
itself
funny, which they
will
always are,
be
to be
of
fair.
benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it?
The benefit of science is that a person's thought can be tested. That doesn't give me license to define unity beforehand. I was talking about the unknown supposed to help.
So you intend to find the truth and then have that truth confirmed by your peers. Unity is a reality.
Bro, no one
born
cares,
of
old man,
observation
about your fucking
and
weird
agreement?
shit. Shut up.
If it exists, it can be proven. If not now, then in time.
Yeah, science, loser.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This
Gotta
has
miss the
been
MDI.
Fun.
Did you see my
I
latest
have
short
to
clip,
admit.
Tiger?
Go. Find your truth.
Go look at it. You'll enjoy it. Older kiddo back in school. Baby's going to bed around 8:39. So I'm slowly craving my night. Yo, make Mr. Tiger deal with that shit. You game all night. Easy. Not gonna lie, this fucking religious angle is veg. I mean, the bringing it together Harry Potter style to get our planet coordinates was kind of neat, but fuck these guys. I feel like we're like peaking in this cool shit, and then we're just like nosedived with all the religion, in-game religion stuff. Indum. Dumb. Isn't that funny? In to attack. Pilgrim's Rest. Main YouTube has it. TikTok has it. Second featured Twitch clip has it. I'd recommend the YouTube and TikTok one because that one's good as well. Kingdom 2. One sec, chat. Checking my foods here. Minus 18 degrees, 1.24 graph. Goddamn. 8 minutes away. Oh, they're making another stop.
Hi.
Bro, they're literally passing my house
I attempted an
to make a drop 4 blocks away and then returning to my house. Uranium. What were the shop rules last night, chat? Whoever was drinking? Shopper legendary, shopper level, shopper death, I think. Nice and light. Sounds good. I think we also need one for that religious horseshit. Toad-faced grazer. Looks like a fucking moose turtle. Moose frog. So much uranium here. Pilgrim's Rest. Looks slightly abandoned. Ever so slightly. So I don't have any healing packs. Search for clues on Unity. Today in soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best as I could, but even if my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of them? To any of them. Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, understood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempt to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune the Unity on my way. They followed, of course they followed. Scott Pilgrim's writing 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there any difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if it only existed, it's sufficient for me to believe in anything else. The Unity has restored me once more. This time, I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is to be, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person.